Well, first of all, Ryan, before we get into the sort of looking ahead and having a little chat about the transfer window, let's put to bed, of course, what happened the other night. Good performance for the game, but didn't like the penalty shootout. I guess what you want is there's no hangovers.
Yeah, and that was the message Belly gave to the lads yesterday. We thought the first half performance was really good, lots of positives. Second half performance, they came into it and were probably a little bit more dominant within the game, but then there were still positives to take. So I thought we defended the box terrifically. And then again, penalties, if you look at how the penalties were performed against Sunderland, it's chalk and cheese. In hindsight, you could have changed the orders up, you could have changed the personnel, but we had faith in the players that took the penalties, and it just wasn't to be on the night.
Daft game, isn't it, football? 5 penalties that no goalkeeper has saved at Stadium of Light. The penalties you took the other night, but you thought you'd never taken any before.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like you say, it's a learning curve for the players from a physical and mental opportunity, and hopefully that they'll rectify that next time we're in them situations.
So when you have something like that, a disappointment, that could also be a positive for them further in their career.
Yeah, absolutely. It's learning curves for them, innit? Different situations, different mentality, different added pressures on them. At the Amel end at Vale, with all the crowd and noise behind them, it's, like I say, something that they've got to learn from.
Well, let's look at the treatment room if we can. If you can bring us up to date with where you are with your injured players. I've got down like Courtney Baker-Richardson, Charlie Colquett, and hopefully Zach Williams. You can tell us an update on how he is ahead of the weekends. Starting with Courtney Baker-Richardson.
Yeah, Courtney's been back training this week, so Courtney will be involved tomorrow. Zach Williams trained yesterday, so Zach looks like he's going to be okay. And Charlie Colquett is just gradually increasing up his rehab, and hopefully be back with the group next week.
The one thing that when you started the season, you got some goals in. You unfortunately, it's become a little mini drought in terms of not scoring in the last 2 games. You as a part of the management team and the rest of the coaches and the manager, what did you do to try and snap out of that?
Well, that's one of the things we've been looking at in a bit more depth this week. The last couple of games, we've been getting into positions and areas of the pitch. It's just fine-tuning what we can do when we're in them moments, that extra composure, that decision making around the box to when we get into them areas, make sure that we capitalise on them.
As we all know, we're finally moving towards the end of the window. There'll be another one coming up in January, but it's been your first involvement in a transfer window. We'll talk about the new players that have just arrived, but how's it been for you? Have you enjoyed that side of the game as a part of the assistant manager's role?
Yeah, you never know what's around the corner. You're looking at players, you're putting offers and bids in for players, and some you don't get. Some we've been close to and they've fallen through last minute. We've managed to get a couple through the door. Hopefully by end of play today we might have another one.
Yeah, you're working hard. I think you've already set your targets out. We've spoken to one of the new boys. Just tell us a little bit about why they fitted the criteria, the 2 that you've actually got.
Yeah, I thought Aaron is something that he brings energy and excitement higher up the pitch. He can play in multiple positions off both sides. We obviously wanted to strengthen in them attacking areas, and he definitely brings that to the team.
And your other signing as well coming in from Newcastle. Yeah,
Joe looks a terrific footballer. Again, quite versatile, can play in the middle of the pitch, but can also play off the sides. Someone we brought in that we think he can help the team create and score some goals.
So while you're trying to pursue in the final hours a player coming in to add to it, you've shifted 1 or 2 out on loan to try and further their careers. Has any developments gone on others that are around that you were looking to get out? Yeah,
we're working, and hopefully by end of play today there'll be a couple that go out, get some games on loan, and like I say, hopefully we'll get another one through the door.
Well, let's look at that next game. It's not a bad one, is it?
No, something to look forward to. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge tomorrow. But again, we've been working this week on what we can implement, and obviously take the positives from the previous couple of games, and hopefully get a positive result tomorrow.
Well, talking about positive results, and one area that you've got positive results is at the Mournflake Stadium. You're boasting a terrific home record, and it'd be just nice to continue that against the league leaders.
Yeah, we've just got to build on what we've been doing at home. We obviously got our first clean sheet in 90 minutes on Tuesday, so we got a build from that. In the first 4 games, we scored 10 goals. So we just got to try and get both parties joined together and hopefully have a good weekend.
While you're talking about goals, they know how to score goals as well, don't they? I think they've got 16 in the league. 5 of them were at Wrexham.
Yeah, they're a real threat. Again, a bit different to an MK Dons of previous years, a little bit more direct and get the ball up there early, so it's something we've got to be mindful of. And hopefully we can take control of the game in the early stages, kill the momentum and gain control and build our way into the game and hopefully score some goals.
But as you say, that next game is the one that you want to end the week on a high now.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the game. Obviously the result not going our way on Tuesday, it's important that we can hopefully bounce back from that and get 3 points on Saturday.
Right,